What's up guys, Woo here, back again with another Division 2 video. Welcome back. Today's video, guys, yes, today's video, we need to discuss the Ubisoft Forward event that dropped a few days back, where we had some new information regarding Seasons 3, 4, and the Summit, aka Skyscraper, and of course the new special event. And this is something I am a little bit apprehensive about, and we'll deep dive into that in this video. So of course guys, if you enjoy this video, you know what to do. Thumbs doodle. Every single freaking time it helps me, helps the channel, so make sure you do so. And then guys, if you're new to the channel, drop the woo bomb on the sub button, ding the bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, let's woo this. Right, okay, roadmap has dropped. And given this was a little bit of a warm-up to the Ubisoft Forward event, we knew we weren't going to get a shitload of information. So, this is what has dropped. So, September the 22nd, we're going to get Season 3. Which is a continuation of the current season's events. So, hunt down the BTSU leader, that's new geared, weapons, and apparel new events. But also, on that day, we're going to get the Summit, which is, again, we know it now, guys, aka Skyscraper. That's a new PvE mode, 100 floors of high replayability. Can you reach the top? That's something that I'm really looking forward to. I know a lot of guys have been playing this on the PTS. There has been mixed feelings, and I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments section, so drop them below. And then we have going into December, and I'm not sure what's going to happen between October and November, to be fair guys, because that's a long period. I'm guessing they feel the Summit will offer us high replayability. That's the hope. Will they deliver? So Season 4 is going to drop in December. The former acting commander returns as new gear, weapons, and apparel new events. Yes, so that's something, again, that's going to be the finale of the season, which will kick us back into February. And then we have the special event, which is coming this winter. Codename Nightmare. More information at a later date. What we do know from this, you can see from the image, it is Kenley College. Is that good? Is that bad? And for me, when I first heard about this, I was streaming at the time. I could not be bothered to watch the Ubisoft Forward event. I wasn't looking forward to it, in all fairness, because again, I could imagine there weren't much being delivered Division 2 wise, but when I did hear about this, my first thought was Kenley frickin' College. That is perhaps my worst experience within the Division 2. It has zero replayability, it is zero fun, and for them to put a nice shiny spin on this, what are they going to do? Rumours? Zombie mode? I don't know how I feel about that. Could be good, could be absolutely piss poor. Horde mode? Potentially. But guys, again, I'd really like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. I am not convinced one iota. Now, the Summit, there has been so many people, so much feedback that the Summit mode should be delayed. Delayed by a few weeks, delayed by a few months, because it is simply not ready. There's not enough in the game. Enough in that mode. And that's kind of frustrating, because I've tried to take a wide berth from the Summit. I don't want to be really super enthusiastic and optimistic about this particular new PvE mode. It's something, yet we're all excited about, but still massive, have to deliver with a big shiny fat cherry on top, because if they don't, they have a huge mammoth problem. Now, does that mean that the Division 2 is dead? And I see that quite often when you go through people's YouTube channels, go through the comments, go through forums, Reddit, you know where to go, guys. You'll see Div 2 is dead, game is trash. Now, let me just kind of put my clarity on this particular notion. Now, is the game dead? Of course it isn't. Now, if I matchmake on heroic content on Xbox, which is, you know, the least best of the consoles, as they say, the inferior console, you know how it goes. It isn't, but there you go. I always get a match. I'm always in a group within about 2 seconds. That's how quickly the matchmaking process is on heroic content for Division 2. If I matchmake Legendary, which I do quite regularly, and I'm in within 5 seconds. So there are people playing this game. A lot of people still playing this game. The content is not there. It's not got that cherry on top. It's not what we need, and guys, what we deserve. So they do need to hit a home run with these new modes, i.e. the Summit and the new special event. Given it's a Christmas event, I'm guessing, yeah, they need to hit a home run. And we know from their past history, they have failed to deliver. So I'm a little bit pessimistic about this new mode being Codename Nightmare. I'm not convinced. Now, is the game dead? No, it isn't. I don't think the game is dead. I think there's still a lot of players playing the game. And there are some games that have come out recently that you'd think that would draw, again, a proportion of the player base away from this game, but I don't think it will. For example, Marvel Avengers. I've played Marvel Avengers. I enjoy the game, but still, I go back to the Division 2. It has that unique feel within the game that you have to keep coming back for, warts and all the problems that the game does have and will continue to have going into 2021. We know we love this game, for better or for worse. It's like a really dodgy marriage. That's how it is with this game. Sometimes you're really happy and sometimes you think, screw this, let's have an affair. That's how it feels in this game. They need to sort it. They need that replayability. They need that PvE. Because when we look on the PvP side, that will never, ever, ever be in a position where I feel that it will bring the droves back. I just can't see it happening. Genuinely feel that. I hope so. Guys, I've got everything crossed for it, but I don't think it's going to happen. So PvE is where the money's at. That's where the player base is at, and that's where they're going to retain so much players. Now, a question I have for you guys, and the question, again, I'll try and answer, but do you feel that Cyberpunk, which is going to be Game of the Year 2020, will that take players away from Division 2? And I feel it will a small proportion of. And the one thing and the one reason why I play Division 2 is I like the real-world setting. I like that. For example, I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi games. Sci-fi fantasy doesn't really fit me and my playstyle. I like games like Division 2, Ghost Recon. That fits me down to a T. That ultra realism to a certain extent. And again, you look at games like Outriders, you look at games like Cyberpunk, they are far from what we normally play through Div 2 and Ghost Recon. So will it take players away? I think it'll take a very small proportion of the player base, but there will be still a huge amount of players playing Division 2. For new players, there's a lot of content to pick up from the off. For old players, yeah, the content is starting to dry up, and that's why we're hoping the Summit offers that replayability, and then we have this special event in wintertime, i.e. Nightmare. And I do feel the guys are offering a lot of support in terms of Division 2. When we talk about Massive, we talk about, again, next-gen console compatibility. So we know that Division 2 will be playable on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. So I do feel, guys, I genuinely do. I do believe there is a future for this game. Warts and all the problems and all that, we know how this game is. We know. But still, it offers something unique, something different that keeps players playing the game. So I'm convinced, I am convinced that we will have a healthy player base. Regardless what happens. All this shit that will just roll downhill. We know it does, guys. We know it does because we're a sucker for punishment. But I'm convinced the game will continue to do well. But I do hope the game gets elevated and these new modes, they push it to a different level. Because that's what we deserve as gamers for our loyalty to this fantastic franchise. And hopefully Massive recognise that and put the time and the effort in to create a PvE and a PvP monster mode that keeps us playing. Nudge Nudge Underground, Nudge Nudge Survival, Nudge Nudge Last Stand. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm convinced this game is not dead. But also convinced there is a severe lack of content that will, again, leave players gravitating towards a different product. So, I do feel there's hope for this game, and we just need to make sure that the devs hit this out of the freaking park. So guys, love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.